good, YouTube? Thank you for tuning back into my channel. And if this is your very first time checking me out, I really hope you like my videos, and I hope you check out the other videos as well so you can see more. I wanted to do this video because so often I get asked, what am I? Am I mixed, Indian, or the two main things that I get all the time are Mexican and Puerto Rican. And sometimes I'm like, I wish I could speak Spanish. I had someone come up to me and start speaking Spanish because they assumed I was Puerto Rican. Yep. But first I wanted to do a disclaimer because there has been talks about Ancestry stealing DNA, and I found a little part in the article where they just updated it on May 27th. I'm gonna put that below in the video or in my link so that you guys can see, because some people have been having fears of them stealing DNA. So I'm gonna read just like a little bit of it. And part of it says is that Ancestry does not claim any ownership rights in the DNA that is submitted for testing. And so like it's a paragraph, and you know, you guys can check it out, but I just wanted to throw that out there because someone mentioned it to me and I'm just like, no, I didn't hear about that. So I did a little research, found the Privacy Act, and it's against the law. Your ancestry is pretty cool because you just learn so much, and I think everyone should do it, because if you're like me, who was I was raised by my dad, so I really didn't know too much about my mom, even though she was there a little bit, but I really didn't know too much like what she was. So I think it's awesome to do or to try. If you're curious, you should definitely check it out. Okay, so this is how it looks. You get a little pie graph, and they have done something really cool now where it tells you where your genetics community came from a little bit, like your family, your you know, of course it's your family, but like your mom and dad and all that. But we'll get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna click into my view my ancestry thing, and you guys can see that. Sorry, my phone's a little dirty. And this pops up. It's basically a freaking graph of where my ancestors came from, and I thought that was freaking cool because I'm like, who are these people and where did you come from? So I'm gonna read off the list. I'm gonna go on a list because they separate it into categories. Okay, so the first part is Africa, and I got 35%, if you guys can see that. And I got Nigeria, which is 10%, Cameroon 7%, Senegal I got 6%. And then it breaks into low confidence regions. I think I pronounced that right. Don't judge me if I didn't. And I got Benin, Togo, that's 6%. I got Africa, Southeastern Bantu, 3%. Ivory Coast, Ghana, 1%. Africa North, 1%. And Africa South Central, 1%. That is cool. And actually, I was really surprised because I really thought that my Africa would have been a little bit more higher because my dad is really dark. If some of you guys see my video about me losing, you know, the video I did about losing a parent, I'll put a photo as well, like here, and you guys can see like what color complexion my dad is. So like, he's dark, I'm freaking light. But I thought that was really cool. And then like, this is another thing that's also really cool. When you go to click on it, I'm just gonna click on one so that I can show you guys. Like Nigeria, you see that? It has like a percentage, the percentage that it gave. And then it also says see details. So I'm gonna click on that, and it will show you in the map directly where, put it up a little closer. And then it will tell you primarily located, and then it gives a paragraph about like where your ancestors came from. I thought that's really cool. I'm not gonna do each one separately because that can take all day. So I'm just gonna like read this one. And it says, Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa with more than 160 million people living in an area about twice the size of California. In fact, Nigeria has 6 cities with populations over 1 million. The United States has 9. From tropical south to the north, Nigeria as a country is a concept and product of colonialism, bringing families together, more than 200 ethnic groups within borders. Wow. But I was really surprised that I didn't have a lot of Africa, like I said, because I was just really shocked. I was really blown away. So now I'm gonna go into the next category, and this is Europe, and I got 64%. 64%. If you guys can see that bad boy, put it up close. And in the list, I got Ireland, which is 25%. I'm Irish. I got Europe West, 13%. I got Italy and Greece, which is 11%. Scandinavian, 6%. What the hell is Scandinavian? And then in my low confidence regions, I got Great Britain, 4%. Finland, Northwest Russia, 3%. And then Iberian Peninsula, 2%. So I'll show you guys that. You see? But that was cool. I mean, I kind of knew because like my mom is white, but I didn't know like exactly what she was as well, because I was told different things and then she told me different things, even my grandma. But I was like, but yeah. And then I actually got 1% for West Asia. If you guys can see that bad boy. And a low confidence region, 1%. Yes, so that was really weird. And I didn't get anything from like, I didn't get any Native American. And it's crazy because my older sister did it and she got Native American percentages. Like it was low, but she didn't get it a lot. And I was like, that's weird. Yeah. So this is like my beautiful map, guys. Okay, so the next part of this that I wanted to show you guys was the genetic communities. And I thought that was really awesome. And it said it found one genetic community. Same. If you guys can see that. I'm gonna also include it in the video so you can see. But it's like Pennsylvania area and like it said settlers of South Central Pennsylvania and Western Maryland. Connection very highly. Overview, which is freaking cool. And it says early Pennsylvania settlers tended to share two things in common. They had known hardships and they had the ambition to cross an ocean to find something better. Their farms turned Pennsylvania into colonial America's breadfast and blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna read the rest of that. But, and then it gives you like a time period. Like, I'll just show you guys. Like a time period and stuff like that. I mean, that's cool, but 74 of your DNA matches along with 25,952 other Ancestry DNA members are all genetically linked to form the genetic community settlers of South Central Pennsylvania and Western Maryland. And this is what it looks like. And then it says, your DNA indicates that you have strong connection to the genetic community. Our confidence that you belong is 95%. It's likely that you share recent ancestors with others in the genetic community. And then like, oh wow, this is cool. It also says like associated last names. That's really cool. I'm about to see if any of these names are on here. None of these names look familiar from what I would have known, because I really don't know too much. But wow, that's actually really cool. That's really cool. Cool because one of my sisters that we didn't grow up together, she ended up being under me. I thought that was freaking cool because it was like, wow. I mean, we don't have a relationship or anything, but I mean, it makes something. It goes to show like, hey, you know, we are siblings. And one of my older sisters as well fell under. And then like, yep, and then it just gives you a list of different people. I'm not gonna put their information up there, but you guys can see that. So that's really cool, guys. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I really don't know too much about myself. And it was really cool to see like, okay, well, I know where I come from, where some of my ancestors come from. And like the biggest of it all is like 25% Ireland and then like 13% of Europe West. So it's like, it's kind of like a more I'm more white than I am black. I wouldn't have thought so, but I guess it goes to show like you never really know like what your parents are mixed with, because if I only had 34% of Africa, then that means that my dad had about 15% or so of being from Europe. I mean, depending on who his ancestors were. So I really hope you guys like this video. I just wanted to do it because it was something fun to do, and a lot of people were like, well, what is Ancestry? And it's really just finding out all about yourself, and I got to find out some crazy things. Some things I really was like, but then some things it was like, okay, I mean, it makes a whole lot of sense. But I'm actually surprised I don't have no Puerto Rican in me. I mean, maybe that's why, I guess like my high percentage of 64 of Europe, but oh yeah, I wanted to go back. My plan next is to do the 23andMe. I want to do that because it tells you like what DNA came specifically from your mom and what DNA came specifically from your dad. And that I'm really curious to know, because I really don't know too much about my parents like that. I mean, my dad was older, so he really didn't tell us a lot. And my older sister is doing the, she does a lot of the ancestry stuff. So like I go to her to find out things about me. I really hope you like this video. Let me know if you did it. Let me know what your results were if you're open to sharing. I mean, I didn't really know your parents' background. It's good to know because then you can tell your kids stuff. And that's the cool thing about 23andMe. It gives you a health report. It lets you know what you have in your background. If you have particular cancers, if you have sleep disorders. That's why I'm so excited to try that, and that's why I want to share these results with you. And then when I do them, I'll definitely share those with you guys. So I really hope you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. The video so that you can show others what Ancestry is and what it's about.